It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Takes the handoff. It's Etienne. The Bulldogs get it past the sticks. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the Dogs do.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They've got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll leave it with him. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They'll try it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Dogs! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He wants to throw here on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's going to pass on second down. Feeling some heat. Running with power. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Tempo and overdrive. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Going for it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown tie.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got it behind the line. It's Etienne. At the 45 on his way. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Gonna run it. It's Etienne. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They'll immediately call timeout. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
One more snap coming before halftime. Defense not showing press coverage. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Going over the top. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him.
He's going up top. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Just about set for the second half kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Going to the run to start this second half. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On the ground, it's Etienne. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. On the ground, good for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Completes it in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They're testing the right side here. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going to the running game. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll run the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, it's 3rd and short, and the offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Using the quick game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Alabama 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The Dogs pick up the first down.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is through, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Fires to the right. And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs! Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. No, he just flat ran over it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did.
James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. It's Ward. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early enough, and he is a weapon. And there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Trying the left side. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCormick. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Looking for space. It's Etienne. Runs through a tackle. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Toss to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. A swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, picks on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside and making the big tackle.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's back. Got the quick pass. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. The give to the back. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Offense gets set for second down. Power football with the run. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Now they're going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Scrambling away. Complete to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. From the red zone, looking for a man. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After the misconnection, it's second down. To throw, it's Ward. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my...
Touchdown, Canes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Lovett. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The pass ball is incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies, 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Ward. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And the Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catch in the middle, it's Lovett. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Using his legs, it's Etienne. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try the toss to the left. On the move at the 30. Open runway ahead. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Offenses don't just line up and say, I'm going to pound you now, especially once you get in the red zone and the field shrinks and everybody focuses so much on being great on defense in that area. But you lose a little bit of trickeration, get some speed on the perimeter really quickly, pick up that positive game.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
To the air, it's Ward. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. The back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
15-yard line. Now,
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
that's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 14, Miami 7.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Able to get one down to the 15.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is going to do.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they're giving it to the tight end. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. It's complete, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And it'll come out to the 25. Return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to pass, it's Ward. He's going up top here late in the game. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Martinez. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Snaps it in the shotgun. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He wants to throw it again. Steps away to find some room. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He'll try to tack on one more. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to pass. It's Ward. They're trying to get to it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Bell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Georgia trying to finish the deal and run out the clock. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, and coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami, 15.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Ward. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll run it. Using the spin move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Etienne. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. From the 30-yard line on first down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Off he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the